I'll be the chair of this house while our madam speaker is away. Yes, she's away because she has a life. She's away all over the country. Hashtag presenter search on 3 things.
Yeah. Oh,
yes, we miss you, Malalas. But let's get started. We're coming to you live on SABC3. We are also streaming live online. That is TrendingSA.tv. As I mentioned, Upap's away, but we have one of our locals. We have a resident host joining us tonight. Her name is Mpho, and yes, she's got a husband. She's got a new surname. Her new surname, wait for it. Letsunyulane. Yes. Mrs. Hunt, welcome, Mrs. Hunt. How are you doing?
Thank you very much for having me, and thank you for getting it right.
Yes, Lesolonyan.
Thank you.
Yes, Mrs. Hunt, we've got it right. Okay, enough about you. You've been welcomed. On my right, he's your big daddy. His name is Musa Mtombeni.
It's my real beard. It's this full all the time.
Did you color it in?
It's not colored in.
Did you color it in? Like that picture?
Oh yes, this is like I don't want to call it fan art, but it says fan art there. This is from Hunky Hitman, and it's like the job where I take selfies. This is the guy, he drew it. Very well done, Hunky Hitman.
That is actually very well done.
Thank you.
That's
On my left, one who's not as vain is the punchline sister. Her name is Nina. Yes, I forgot your name, baby.
Hi.
Nina.
Hi, how are you? My name is Nina. I'm 34 and 3/8. I don't know. What's that?
According to the
Can I tell you what I thought you were saying? Like with 3 kids. I was like, what?
Oh, look, that's me.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
Nina.
that's me. I was hanging out with the CEO of the Development Bank of Southern Africa.
Okay, there was no question. Nobody asked you that, man.
And the executive committee and all the people. There was actually some really cool people at this event.
She was probably at some. Yeah. My name is Connie Robbins. You can't be boring us about your life.
Oh,
Let's see my
guys.
picture, guys. Come on.
Coolest picture. We love seeing
yeah.
it. Batum.
That's serving. Now
Where's
the
this?
formality.
Where were you?
This was at the Roy Hayskral terrain. You've got to go to these places. You
sound like you live in a very uppity place.
Can I ask a question? Because the grass looks greener on that side.
No.
I just want to know if the grass really is greener on the other side. Because
Yes, it is.
Siskuli, you're making it look greener.
My other question is this your land?
Yes, it is. I'm African. This is mine. It all belongs to me. I haven't taken it yet.
Oh,
Okay, guys, now that the formalities are over, let's go, Musa. What do you have for us today besides those tight pants? Do you like requests for them to give you tight pants?
Can I tell you something? This is not something I choose. This is something that happens. I come here, I leave my humble home, and then I get here and our stylist says put these on. Because I'm not a difficult person, I put them on. And then you guys start doing and being weird.
You love it.
Okay.
I like those pants on you.
Okay, anyway, moving right along. Hashtag PrisonEscape as well as hashtag Find Men That Eat Apples. Had all sorts of things going on the social media streets today. We had to amend that last one's hashtag because, you know, we are doing television after all. It was all over the timeline today, and of course, you guys had tons of things to say about that. So you know what you need to do? Stick around so you can find out what happened.
Nice one, Mrs. Hunt.
Hashtag Winnie Mandela was all over my timeline. This time, of course, Twitter got in their feels about a painting of Umama Winnie. So I'll be taking you through that because there was some very interesting stuff.
Shocking, insensitive as well.
I know.
I mean, I don't know if those artists were blind, but hey, Nina!
Wow, this is cool. All right, so this hashtag 101 Lies MyExTold Me. I literally wrote the whole thing myself. I'm kidding. It popped up on my feeds, and since it trended for a while, I'll be checking out what lies your ex-bae told you. You know what, guys? It was when my friends sat me down. They're like, listen, nobody has that much studio time. 365 days a year. I'm in the stew.
Why can't he just tell you, I don't want to be with you? Why must he lie?
Just leave me alone.
Leave her alone. She's hot. She can get any man. Before I tell you who our guest is tonight, of course, Nina can't get him. Let me just say that he is a honey. Some call him the people's bae. He's a doctor. Some call him Juju's right-hand man. Some call him... Hey, I gave it away. It's okay. It's the delicious Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. We'll be hanging out with us tonight. So guys, you definitely don't want want to miss that one, you too can ask the people's bare questions. Just post your question on our social media pages. That's TrendingSA on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. It's TrendingSA on 3. And the hashtag to use is on 3. In the meantime, we're going to take a short break. But before that, let's go statue.
So I packed it up and brought it back to the crib. Just a little something to show you how we live. Everybody want it, but it ain't that serious. That's that. So if you gon' do it just like
Welcome, gorgeous. You're watching TrendingSA on SABC 3 and on TrendingSA.tv for all our online viewers. Before we check out what's popping on the Sunday Twitter, Nina, you have some Facebook posts.
I do. Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's really nice to have you here, Ms.
You know that's what you say when you get married.
Oh, I do. Sorry, can I still call you Mpo?
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's still your first name,
that
right?
That hasn't changed.
Okay, just checking. All right, so I've got 2 Facebook posts. Check them out. All right, at Meleshan Govender says, yes! Trending SA, back at it again. Another week, another fabulous way to end a Monday. Can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us today. I know it's going to be lit. Hashtag Sound 3s, hashtag social media, hashtag I miss you, Pabi. Oh,
we miss her
we miss
too.
Pabi. And then Mohau Sky Mahukule says, sorry babes, my dog was in labor. That's why I couldn't meet up with you. Hashtag 101 lies my dog was in labor. Wow, guys.
Hi guys, people have
Alright,
dogs
okay,
and they're going
we'll
to
see.
labor.
My dog was in labor, yeah.
People have dogs and they're going to labor.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, but enough for you not to meet up.
Forget about my clogging for a minute. Remember, if you want us to read your posts on the show, all you have to do is go onto our social media pages, TrendingSA on Facebook and Instagram, and TrendingSA on 3 on Twitter. Follow the hits button and get posting. The hashtag to use, of course, is on 3.
Right, ladies, quick one. What do you guys know about the Commonwealth Games? Okay, so we know there's a sleeping beauty here.
Well, what I know is that we have won quite a number of golds. You'll tell us exactly. 5 bronze, 5
Yes,
silver.
yes,
So,
well
yeah, we're
done.
doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah, warm, getting warmer.
So boring.
And then
I know there's a chick, Tatiana, that won a thing.
Schoenmaker.
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 Is she Russian?
Schoenmaker.
Yes,
Shoemaker.
shoemaker.
Yeah.
Shoe or okay, let me leave it. Right, let me bring you guys up to date a little bit about what's going on at the Commonwealth Games. It officially started, and about 5 days in, SA has already raked up the awards and, of course, the medals and that sort of thing. 8 gold medals, and, of course, 2 of them coming from the swimmer Chadley Clow, and in the female 200 breaststroke, Tatiana Schoenmaker is also in the business of leading the pack there. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very happy that we're doing so well in the Commonwealth Games, and I can't wait to get more medals.
It was so dope to actually have Usain Bolt telling Agani Simbine, big up. That was absolutely dope.
Did you see the race?
Yeah.
You're not going to bore us with sports jargon, are you?
Not.
Okay, I'm watching you.
Listen, it's for the first time I'm here, like out here, like high five for I love it.
man.
Thanks.
Nina, please say something intelligent.
Cricket rhymes with wicket.
Oh wow, every week.
What's on your top
Alright, so I still find it ironic that they still call it the Commonwealth Games, though. It's not like they shared the wealth.
Wow.
I love it.
Anyway, Sis Kuli,
Yes, Lala.
what's popping on your timeline?
My timeline, we've got hashtag 101 lies my ex told me, remember, Lala?
Yeah, okay. Well, look, it's a lot of us heard some pretty epic lies from your ex who was branching out from their headquarters. So the hashtag was trending so that other tweeps can see the lies their ex told them. Nothing new, fam. There is nothing new. Check these out.
Am I cool?
Swamash says, 101 lies my ex told me. I can't put you as my DP because I have my family and my church mates on my WhatsApp. What an entire
Sounds
wow.
reasonable.
At Future J says, I wasn't ignoring you. I sometimes leave my phone online. 2 blue ticks. Honey. All right. I am Antoinette says, I can't live without you. That mofo is still breathing. And then Faith says, no need to worry about her. She's my cousin.
We've all heard.
Right. I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
It's
I
horrible.
have.
Guys, if you don't want to be with them, please them. What lies have been used on you, guys? Let us know by tagging us. It's on 3. What lies have been used on you and a Momo?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, well, you married him. So that's cool.
I was told that is not my side anything. That is my brother. But they were holding hands in the mall. Oh my gosh.
I hold hands with my brother.
No.
This guy once
Don't
told me that
believe
his dad owned an island.
Oh, wow.
And I believed him.
I mean,
Okay, you guys are gullible.
Epic lie.
Gullible,
Nina,
gullible.
did you think you're dating Richard Branson? I mean, what is going on here, Nina?
Oh, that's who he was modeling the thing on. I'm such a...
Please just ignore me, Nina. What's on your timeline, Lala?
Well, hashtag Winnie Mandela was all over my feeds this past weekend. Lots of people have been paying their last respects to Umama. On Friday, we also hashtag all black with a duke.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys...
I was up in the genre. Did you
know
not
what I
see
mean?
my pictures? Oh, there we go.
The
There we
Metro
go.
FM ladies doing their thing.
Yes!
That was absolutely epic.
Power.
And of course, later on in the day, Baseline was the place to be at as the official 10-day memorial program kicked off to honor the late icon. But of course,
Hi, Nomzamo.
there was also... Nomzamo was just
Yeah,
amazing.
guys.
There was one thing that caught the eyes of people on social media. There's this artist called Lebane Sirenji. He has a painting of Umama. And it left a lot of people saying, hashtag, I am not Winnie Mandela.
Why, Lala? Because why?
So yeah, social media disapproved of Libani's painting of Umama. Before we show you some of the posts, check out the picture of the painting. And the question is this Umama?
Maybe a different one.
Let's look.
Okay.
Is that a female?
Maybe that was Mini Winnie.
Mini Winnie.
That was Mini Winnie.
Maybe. But
Right.
anyway.
Look, art is very weird. Because maybe in his eye, let me not explain it. All right? Let me
No,
not
well, you're
explain
trying to say that art is subjective.
Yeah.
Maybe it is subjective, and that's a whole other subject.
Thank you,
No.
Thank you,
That's definitely. I don't know what the subject is there.
You
That
guys
looks
are
like
naughty.
that looks like the manager of the bank, the one that wears the lanyard.
And the thing is, guys,
the one that has access
we
to
mustn't
the bank.
encourage these artists by buying their stuff. They need to to paint the real reflection.
No, guys, support art. Nonetheless,
Yeah, art,
mind
we
you,
will.
this is not the first time that paintings like this were done by this artist. He also made paintings and all that sort of thing from other prominent figures such as Nelson Mandela. Also made a painting of Mam Albertina
Who's that?
Sisulu, gospel stars Lundu Tyamaga, as well as the late Fiso Ngwane, to mention a few.
Wow.
So it's not the first time that he's done this. He's done it quite often.
It's not the
He
first time that
paints.
he's gotten it wrong either. I mean, who are those people? We don't all look alike.
That looked like Donovan Goliath,
Pistania.
and then. But as you can see, guys, and the previous paintings, they've been on point. But in the case of the late Mandelas, lots of tweets said, like, it's a no from me. Yeah, here are some, guys, just this first comment here comes from Utloli. Look at this.
Imagine.
Mama Winnie Mandela needs to be respected, please.
You know?
I agree.
No, I'm with you, Xoli.
I agree.
Yeah, I know.
Another comment is from Ulelato. Lebani Serenji needs to be stopped. No ways.
You can't encourage that. It's wrong.
Maybe it's very strong herbs. At Skelela simply said this. Ras Levani and Ras Dumisani belong in the same WhatsApp group. I agree. Tell us what you think of Lebani Serenji's painting. Tag us on Sound3. That last tweet from Skelela did remind me of other artists who butchered portraits. Take this graffiti artwork that was done on the side of the building in Cape Town.
I mean,
in memory
really?
of the late Winnie Mandela. It looks
Damn Edna.
nothing like Umama Winnie, but more like Robert Mugabe in drag.
Definitely.
Anyway, another example of art gone wrong is when Batatung had to reconstruct Robbie Malinga's statue because it came out looking like TK Nkiza and not Robbie. Yo, that was a boo-boo. That was a little bit of a boo-boo. Anyway, then the remake came out looking a lot more like Robbie, though, so at least. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
fair.
it's not only in South Africa where artists miss the mark. Emmanuel Santos has also been written into the books of history for his now infamous Cristiano Ronaldo statue. Remember that?
Ooh.
Remember that?
Wow.
Yeah, guys, I'm not quite sure what character that was. Anyway, as we conclude this hashtag, we have already gotten Mama Wendy's portrait wrong. So, to the organizers of Mama's funeral, Claire, guys, please remember, the world is watching. May we please be sure to avoid mishaps like...
Wow.
He's my hero.
Wow. Can I just say something? In the history of scammers in this world, I know there's a long list of them. You know about the Nigerian con artist that sold an imaginary airport to people?
Yeah.
And people actually bought into that. You know about the recent one of a financial aid person that worked in an office in American University spending the money. He is up there at the top, guys. How do you scam the world?
Dude.
The whole world.
With security clearance and everything.
Everything.
Next to president.
Everything.
Standing next to Barack
Dude.
I was just like, you know.
That says a lot about us as well, though. We need to look at other disciplines. I mean, why did no one pick that up?
My big thing, asshole, is can you imagine
I just
someone
feel like
that...
someone wasn't heard when they complained.
My worry is that exactly that if you're at home and you're like a deaf person and you're watching, the first 2 minutes you're thinking, no, maybe It's
Maybe
slang.
it's-
Maybe there's something
yes.
new I'm not understanding here. And then it happens for the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
Just see what a mess. But well done.
But I
What a
mean,
scam.
who do you call when that happens? Is there like a funeral hotline? Guys, press now for faults, you know, like press 1 for
Okay, I really miss Bobby. Bobby, please come back. They won't stop talking and it's just nonsense. After the break, we're going to go straight into the trending topics of the day. We'll be right back. And they'll still be talking you, Aishem.
No, I'm just saying.
Scammers.
What was that chick? She was an actress.
TrendingSA. We're also streaming live on TrendingSA.tv. Of course, that was Nina telling us about how her mum dances.
mum dances like
Let's
this.
see when I momo. Oh, when I sweet.
Sure, no.
Oh, sure, lolos.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't never do that again. Don't forget that later on the show tonight, the hot, the delicious Dr. Mbuyiseli Dlozi will be sitting right here on Paul's lap, right here.
Sit on
So post your
my
questions
lap.
for him. We may just ask yours. Before we check out what social media is saying about the show, before the break, we were talking about artists who are getting everybody's portraits wrong, but some got them right. Some got, one guy got Mama Winnie's portrait right, and his name is Enoch Mlangeni, and we must applaud him. Masjongen.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, bon.
Gorgeous.
Yes, come on now.
Wow.
Come on now. With the RSA Minister, Kubai Mgubane says day 4 progress report, pen portrait A, one size.
Wow.
Still have a long way to go. My name is Enoch Mlangeni. You don't know me yet. We do now. Enoch Mlangeni.
Enoch, can I just say this on national television? Send me the price. I will buy that painting, that drawing from you. Send me
Thank
the
you,
price.
Em.
I will buy it from you.
Yeah, Enoch, don't do it. She said it to the last guy, and she's
No,
still
I'll
running.
buy it. I'll buy it.
Thank you very much, Enoch. Congratulations to you, Musa.
Yes, we're checking out some of the posts that you
Live.
guys have for us. So, keep them coming. Tsa on 3 is the hashtag that you can use. Let's hear what you have to say. This one here coming through from Precious Matt Jane saying these people with these bad, wrong paintings of our icons should just be arrested.
Kang.
Ubatung babes. Uhle na. All right, checking out another one here from...
Wow, guys.
Saying Town 3, Kuru Roberts, Trading SA, stop playing with Mama Winnie. This is Mama Jack.
Ooh, it's true.
That is quite intense.
It's true, then you must tell them.
And then the last one from
What
Illy
a
Too
wow.
Much saying that 101 Lies My Ex told me, I still love you, it's just that I need to focus on school. What? No, there's nothing wrong with that. You must...
Did you ever use that during your doctorate?
No.
No, he was
Yeah.
busy.
Thank you
He
so
was
much for your
busy.
votes. Make sure that you send them our way. Sound 3. And of course, we'll keep retweeting and posting and retweeting and retweeting and retweeting. Just keep them coming. Now, before we get on and move on with our update, we would like to congratulate internationally recognized fine arts Mama Esther Matango for receiving her honorary doctorate from the University of Johannesburg today. Wowza. That is wonderful. Now, moving on with the hashtag. Hashtag Oscar Pistorius popped up on my feeds again today, and his bid to appeal his murder conviction of the 13 years that he's been put in jail for was denied by the courts earlier on today. And of course, whenever Oscar pops up on the timeline, social media always has something to say about that. Let's take a look. Tweet here coming through from Kula saying that if you truly love Steenkamp, as you've repeatedly said during the trial, the least you can do is to honor the sentence in its entirety. It's a lenient one, nocha. And then another one here to wrap things up from what you guys had to say is from Hertze Ula, saying that Oscar Pistorius shouldn't be in prison today. My opinion is that it was an accidental killing, not murder. He's already done his time for CH.
Culpable homicide.
And that's Judge Masipo's original judgment. And every day he spent there now, I consider as a lost day for justice.
That's nice for you. We don't.
Clearly a supporter on the side. Seems like Oscar trying to leave prison the legal way is proving to be fruitless. Maybe he should have kept the company of the 16 inmates that decided to escape today. Because we know he would have outrun them all. Right, that brings us to our next hashtag, and that is PrisonEscape. And a group of convicted rapists and murderers pulled a young prison break today at Johannesburg Correctional Services, better known as Sun City Correctional Resort. This morning at around 3 a.m. in the morning, they apparently crawled out through a pipe shaft which led them out the prison facility and basically led them out into the street, where they are now roaming like lions, seeking
guys, that's frightening.
and figuring out who they are going to devour next.
Frightening.
But like,
Quite
what's
strange.
going on though? Is it like a trend now? Every couple of weeks, some prisoners are gonna run out of Landuza escape. What's going on in South Africa?
It's quite weird, and it brings me back to that point. A couple of weeks ago, we also had the Paulsmoor escapees.
Yes.
The trick about that, though, is that all the guys that escaped from Paulsmoor were all quickly rearrested. Now, with the Sun City prison problem, is that none of these guys have been found as yet, as far as I know. And yeah, it's proving to be a difficult story. Social media has, of course, got some pictures of the guys that have escaped. So if you recognize any of these faces,
Run.
Yeah, I'm with you
I
for
mean, there's really nothing else that you can do.
Murderers there.
Don't give
Murderers,
any
rapists.
If you're in Johannesburg, don't give out any lifts tonight.
No.
I suggest that you don't, because it's full of robberies, murders, rapes, and all that sort of thing. And they do look scary. I'll give you that. And they've all been convicted, and they're roaming the streets. So I really hope that our police minister is on top of this one, and that they get found very, very quickly. Do you guys feel safe tonight?
Well, with you around here.
I'm not very... No, don't do that. I'm not very strong, okay?
In all honesty,
I'm very quick, but not very strong.
joking.
Yeah, big daddy in my mind. All right, moving on to another hashtag. And the hashtag, find men that eat apples.
Where's that Anton when I'm
Was that really the hashtag though?
Apples.
Be honest.
Apple.
I feel like you're lying.
Apples.
Okay, what happened?
Decided to do his thing
wait,
today.
Musa?
Yes.
Is that apples another word for donkey?
Yes.
Yeah, nice one.
Basically. The hashtag popped up on my feeds today, and all those guys that were hoping to become ManCrushMondays today, well, guess what? That opportunity did not happen today, because a lot of people sort of saw the hashtag rather, and it was basically a bunch of men that came out on this occasion posting pictures of themselves with the hashtag 5 men that eat apples, saying that they wouldn't mind getting to second base in certain regions. Right? At first, it seemed like a fun hashtag for all. And here are some of those men that decided that they want to post themselves on the internet saying that they eat apples. Right. So this one here from Thomas saying that when I eat, I don't leave leftovers. Now, if you're going to read this with the innuendo and the actual thoughts of what the original hashtag is, it'll mean a lot of other things. So this one from Mr. Gray saying, let me hop on this one for the last time. Find men that eat apples.
Maybe that's not his beard. Anyway.
That's disgusting. Another one from Mike Q saying that 5 men that eat apples and I'm loyal. And then This is getting weird right now. Demigod saying that, and y'all already know. Wow, a lot of weird things are happening here. Moving on, and this was the last one of the guys that decided to post themselves on the internet saying that they eat apples. It's a movement.
You know that
I
my
don't
granny is
think
watching right now. Like that's I don't.
Your granny started the hashtag.
Don't eat apples.
Here's the thing. If I were one of these guys, I would say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but I'm not going to. Now, tweets are already ready with their humorous responses to this, and these are the tweets that were all about that. Check out this one coming through from KKE saying, arriving at the function, fine men eat apples.
Go Wendy.
How you doing? And then another one here, me scrolling through the fine men
That's so great.
But of course, there was a question that was posed to South African men about why they don't eat apples.
Why don't you guys eat apples?
And Tweeps had something to say about this. Rachadi Cool Cat and T Midebu saying that fine men that why can't I find South African men here? Where you at, South African men? Where you at? And the last one, like I said, from Rachadi Cool Cat saying, so fellow South African men don't eat apples. But wait, there is more. It turns out the hashtag was not for all men, but men of a certain sexual persuasion, as stated by these tweets, coming out saying, the straights thought that fine men that eat apples was for them. Another one from Danny saying that all the cute mans on this tag are gay. It's time for me to leave.
Bye.
Moving on to another one here from Dustin saying that fine men that eat apples challenge is turning me gay. I want a man now. No. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. You don't just see hashtags and then no.
You know.
Anyway, moving right along. One here from Miss Q saying that I am very busy going through the fine men that eat apples, trying to look for traces of poop on their mouth and teeth. For those that did not know what apple actually meant, that last tweet sums it up. Nomfundi here saying that me realizing that fine men that eat apples is for gay dudes only.
Is it?
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
Guys, I'm so ignorant to this kind of thing. I'm ignorant.
Are you guys into this kind of thing?
I'm not. That's not my vibe.
Nina is a no.
No. That's a no from me.
Is a no, Guli.
It's enough from me, but hey, let's talk about delicious men. Time for a quick commercial break. Hussein Josie is going to join us when we return. He's so hot right now.
My question.
How quickly you ran away from
The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, started got
audio check with my thing.
We're back, gorgeous people. Yes. Ooh, Konina, we're back, gorgeous people, and you're still watching Trending SA on 3. Mrs. Hunt is you're enjoying yourself, aren't you?
I'm loving it.
We silly out here, fam.
Yeah, we silly. Trending SA, you're watching. If you just joined us, you are in time for our guest. He's absolutely beautiful. Musa, you can do the honors, because you're both doctors.
No, but he's a different kind of. Okay, anyway, tonight's esteemed guest is one of the youngest members within the Economic Freedom Fighters in Parliament, and of course, he is the party's national spokesperson. He's been active in politics since childhood, and he joined the South African Students' Congress, SASCOC, as a learner, and within that, he has been quite vocal within all those structures. Also, a past member of the ANC Youth League, as well as the Young Communist League. In August 2017, he graduated with a doctorate, a whole PhD from the University of the Witwatersrand. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Muyiseni Ndlozi.
What a moment.
Oh my God, this is Andy.
Are you okay, Nina? Are you alright,
Are
Nina?
you okay?
Can I just say that this doctor has got a woman, so let's just control ourselves.
But wait, until it is official with that woman, he is still available.
No. You can't push those agendas.
It's fine, guys.
here.
I'll give the land back. You can have everything. Okay, so, wow. Sorry. So don't look at me like that. All right. So those words that we're playing on the song now, right? Those were your words quoted in Parliament when you were referring to our former president Jacob Zuma. What is it doing? As Ubabaka Duduzani. Did they pay you royalties?
No, a medical student at Wits who is not really in the business of music, and I don't think he sold the song.
Okay.
It's a movement.
Okay.
And sat in his room and composed the song, and then they did a music video later on.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So we're not in this for money, as you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're people of.
I love the smell of socialism in the morning.
So, Comrade Ndlozi, you were formerly known as Comrade Quinton, but you moved and became Muyiseni. Why the change, for those that don't know?
You see, at grade 1, which was sub A in our time, one didn't introduce themselves. The teacher introduces you.
Right.
And they choose the English name. It's both, they're my names. My mother gave them to me. I love them both. But as you progress, you introduce yourself. So the people who knew me in the context of high and primary school call me Quinton. But at Wits University, Muyiseni, because when I introduce myself, I often chose the African name.
Can I tell you something? I think you were at Wits at the time that I was at Wits, and we always knew about this revolutionary guy that did not want to let anybody down. A great communicator, a great debater. But I'm sure you've seen this clip as well. The clip of you being a little bit younger and
It's
you
very
receiving.
embarrassing.
No, we're not just to embarrass.
You watched it earlier.
We are here to show. For those that haven't seen it, watch this.
It's cute.
What are you going to study?
I want to study psychology, counseling psychology. I want to deal with people, especially the mind, because I'm aware that the problem in this world is in the mind. Poverty is the state of mind. Everything is just the mind. So I want to deal with the mind of these people. I want to bring about the change. I believe I was born for a change. So I want the purpose of God about my life to be fulfilled.
She's so pretty. He's looking at himself like, look at you.
So, with such awards and things that you've received in the past, being a young communicator that you were, you could have chosen the corporate world. What made you go into politics?
Well, there is a lot of fire that burns in me about justice. Corporate is not a space where we pursue justice. We 100% of the time pursue ourselves. But the fire of justice requires absolute selflessness. I was concerned, as you can hear, since then about poverty, but the poverty that we all suffer collectively as a people. And in order to contribute to the resolution of that poverty, I had to go into politics. But I can tell you something nicer about that video.
Please, could you?
That's not my uniform.
Oh, for real?
Whose uniform is that?
You see, I think you know all these Bantu schools, majority of us don't wear uniforms. I didn't have proper school uniform. So when the competition came, we had to get uniform very quickly to represent the school. And a friend of mine gave me that.
That's a
that
really
jersey,
nice uniform.
That jersey and yeah.
But that was your school's uniform.
That was the school's uniform.
You
but
just never had it.
No, I didn't have that flamboyant arrangement.
Oh.
So because I had to introduce them at the level at which I did, they borrowed me. Yes.
Sure.
So socialism has sort of, saved you already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for that. It dawned on me quite, I think, early this year, because I was meditating about those days. And then I said, but I never wore like this, except the tie and the shirt. And I remembered, no, somebody graciously borrowed them to me.
Wow.
To go in. But I mean, it's the story that is very, if you went to Bantu school, you would know that. I mean,
Yeah.
by Bantu school, I mean a school without white people.
It's okay. I also had second-hand uniforms, so
Now,
just saying.
Dr. Ndlozi, just to bring you slightly back to what the country is going through at this moment in time, Umama Winnie has passed away. The entire country has been in mourning. And of course, you were very close to her. In fact, she was at your graduation party. What's your fondest memory of her?
There's lots. I can't choose one. We are commemorating her as the EFF on Wednesday at Brantford.
Yes.
We chose the place because, of the style of Winnie Mandela's politics, which are always ground-based.
Yeah.
I mean, just today I came from a informal settlement ground, soccer ground, filled up by EFF fighters, of community members, and the tribute was rendered there.
Yeah.
That's her style. And that's my fondest memory of her, is that she never lost a touch. It is impossible to come in contact with Winnie Mandela and your life doesn't change.
Sure.
It changes, and it changes forever. And it's not just her charisma, her love, and her touch. She's very warm. But there's something about her. She doesn't forget people. I mean, in a very short space of time at the graduation, she was telling me of how great a family I come from.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, we will be celebrating her in that form, 12 o'clock there, because at Brantford, next to the home where she came from. Because for us, you've got to always think about Winnie Mandela translating into the ordinary everyday lives of our people. So that's really what the monumental name represents. I mean, Winnie was turned into a legend. By legend, I mean, a story we tell in the communities.
Yeah.
So she already lived eternally before, not because she occupied any position in society, but the people already turned her into a mantra, spoke about her as a legend. So it doesn't matter how much propaganda you pull against her name, it already lives eternally. And that's what the power of the people does, to be known by people, is that they turn you into a legend. And so you've got to go and rememorialize, as it were, with them, and that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday.
So let's talk about your PhD. So you graduated last year, the 18th of August, with your PhD in politics.
Yes.
So, I mean, at this stage, and this is last year, you were already quite far into your political career, which was flourishing. What motivated the focus into academia whilst still pushing the political? Because I mean, you could have just stayed in your political lane and enjoyed some sort of success.
Yeah.
Why the focus on academics?
I belong to the EFF. They don't play with education. They push you. I mean, I had given up because I wanted to write a very peculiar PhD, and then me and my supervisors traditionally couldn't find each other about its form. So I said, President, I think we'll see about those things. Let's be busy with the revolution. And he said, no, that is the revolution.
Wow.
So it's important to belong to a collective that believes in education. And I don't know any other reason except that one that kept me going back and having to write and write. It's this leadership of the EFF.
But the country the world has dubbed you. The world has dubbed you as people's babe.
Oh, well.
Does that irritate you? Does it take away the focus from Msebenzi wako? You're trying to work and these cheap women are throwing themselves at you.
Thanks, Kuli.
Sorry. No, I know, my love. Not I did the same last week. Sorry.
Siskuli,
Eh.
we must correct that there are no cheap
No, of course not. Of course not.
I don't think about it, and the people in my life don't raise it. It's a thing you come across on social media, and because it's a way, I don't have to really deal with it. And really, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, I don't have women throwing themselves at me.
Really?
No,
Really?
no.
Have you looked at your timeline lately?
I mean, throwing themselves at me.
It just means physically they don't throw themselves, but
Doesn't happen.
in the DMs.
No, not even there. Not even in the DMs. I think maybe they think I might raise a very difficult question or something. No, I don't. It's at least, at most, I accept it as a fond representation of how they feel, and we'll go there when the going gets tough. When people say very horrible things about us, at least, you know, you are a people's bae. I did, in the beginning, we couldn't quite understand what it meant. We've had to be politically educated that no, being a people's bae.
Also, you got to be careful of the honeypots. You know?
Traps.
The traps.
That is true. That is true. But coming back to your politics and moving slightly away from your bayability, when Julius and Floyd left, you were not expelled from the party, yet you also decided to follow them. What prompted that move?
When the ANC took a decision to expel the CIC, it was not expelling him as an individual. It was expelling a set of ideas and a vision, which was a generational mission, meaning it was refusing the future. It was rejecting the youth, the rightful youth that had gone through the eye of the needle, that had been tried and tested, that had tested its ideas, and these ideas were correct. So it rejected a generation. So you had to go and constitute an alternative project because we've got to insist on our future. You see, we found out that ordinarily parents are supposed to take care of a future. They're supposed to, and we become youth. But our parents, in this case, the elders in the ANC, were busy eating the future. They were not taking care of it for us. So we had to put down the fact that we are young and take on to rebuild and insist on a better future and a future of economic freedom in our lifetime.
So you are quite the content creator for us. There's a segment on our show we call That's So Savage. And in the past, you know, there have been things that you've said to other people, the likes of Pearl Thusi, when they had their own statements about the H&M saga. And I know you guys were very, very vocal about that. What made you respond to those comments from Pearl Thusi?
Pearl is my sister, and I'm actually very fond of her. It is not her that we were really responding. It was the idea. And in this case, people were very angry at the protest. It was a very direct action. There was only one store that was trashed, but it was direct and it was demanding that H&M must stop and address racism. And she characterized our behavior as savage. But that word has a huge history of racism. So we've had to take the opportunity through her to heal, you know, that imagination.
Set a precedent.
To liberate the mental or, you know, the emancipation of the mind. And then insist on the affirmation of black anger at the face of racism, because racism is violent. And if black people respond with anger towards being called the K word, being called monkeys, we have a responsibility as the leadership to affirm that it is correct to be angry and place attention not on the anger of black people, but on the transformation of the racist. So that's really, I hope you're not trying to drive a wedge between me.
Never.
No, and really, I love that response. But abantu abaninzi bathi wena you hate sleepies.
Yeah,
Because the minister Mashamaite.
That this minister that we pay so much, Minister Maite Mashamaite, she's sleeping in parliament, and with that position, she's going to fall. And the minister would have fall. She's still sleeping.
Honorable member.
She's still. I don't know what's happening.
That's not a point of order. Take your seat.
No. The minister is sleeping. You can't say that's not a point of order.
No, Josie,
are you condoning people sleeping now?
Josie,
we must come to sleep here in parliament.
Honorable self, proceed.
We pay you. Don't sleep here. Hey, Banna. We're busy debating. You are sleeping. You are a sleepist. You think we're sleepists here?
Take your seat. Hey, honorable.
So you say you have no problems with Pearl, which is great because she's a sweetie pie. We love Pearl. What about your relationship with this minister?
I don't have except holding her accountable. And that was a proper moment of holding her accountable. Because she came to parliament and slept. We learned later on that she was on medication, which was still irresponsible. You're on medication, go sleep in a bed. Not on duty. And I mean, so we do that. I mean, why the hell would you sleep on TrendingSA?
So tell me something. The
When they
relationship,
talk about sports, we sleep, right?
the relationship between politicians. I see you guys are all fired up and basically angry and trying to hold each other accountable in Parliament. But outside, are you guys friends? I get the feeling like this is all
we're not
play there.
And the CIC is the breaker of news. So clearly, you guys get along somewhere.
We're in a movement, so you must think of the EFF. The EFF is a political party, but the movement is the economic emancipation movement. There are people whose hearts this fire burns.
You're absolutely incredible. You're a doctor. We want to hear the rest of everything that you have to say. We're going to keep you after the break. Please do not be intimidated. We're going to go to a break, and while you doing your thing, we're going to touch him. So you go and turn off your stove or something.
No, you're going to touch him.
We're going to touch him. He's a doctor.
Can you
watching Trending SA, you know exactly where to get hold of us. Moose, you're busy talking to the doctor.
Yes.
Oh, doctor, you were talking to the doctor. I'm so corny.
So we're talking about the relationship politicians have with each other. Is there a real relationship or is it just fighting all the time?
No, we are holding each other accountable. That's the language. And two, there are those that belong in different political parties that have the same fire of liberation of the economy or economic emancipation as we do. So they will always share information if that strengthens the cause.
Okay.
The last thing that I should say, there are people who are friends across the board, but you know what they're doing the job, which is the mandate of the electorate. So we are able to separate between issues. So yeah, we've got to hold each other accountable, in particular, you know, the government or people who are in the executive.
So I understand that you're talking about economic emancipation of black people within your lifetime is the movement's legacy, hopefully. What is Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's legacy? When we have your memorial at Baseline, what? Okay, order. All right, I'll call myself to order. What are we gonna say about you?
I don't know. I mean, that you should decide.
What would you like it to be? What would you like it
I'll be gone. So you must decide, you know, what that becomes. I have no other personal ambition than economic freedom in our lifetime. So if we don't fix this country, it doesn't matter where we go. The people who are destroying the government, after destroying the government, they're going to come for TrendingSA. Then they're going to come from the schools, the universities, these businesses. So I can't go to a small corner somewhere and forget. This is it. And we're going to
It's the
put
ultimate
our
in
efforts.
representation, is it
Yeah.
not?
Yes, this is what we are in.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
This is what we are in. That is the amazing Dr. Emperor Mbuyiseni. Thank you very much for joining us, Tata. Thank you very much, and continue to inspire. Siswam omhle siyabulela kakhulu for
Yes,
your
thank you.
generosity and the boobies. That's all the time we have for tonight, guys. Catch us all again tomorrow, same time,
Phone
same
HR.
place, with more
Phone
social
HR.
media
I'll
trends.
give you the number.
And thank you very much, Mpo. Thank you very, very
I'm
much.
calling HR.
Yeah,
Ooh.
phone them. I've got the number here.
that is harassment.
Yes,
Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Hey,